Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news. Now today we have, we got Fat Boy SSE, man. He's speaking on the situation that went down with his wife, man. We got Joe Smith's wife talking about her body count, man, and what it is, man. D1 with a message, man, for the legends. What else we got over here? We got Soulja Boy threatening folks, J. Cole in particular, and DJ Akademiks clapping at Mysonne in general. Again, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source Show. If this is your first time to the channel, man, be sure to hit that like button if you feel any part of the content. We definitely appreciate that. That notification bell's waiting for your tap, man, so go on and give it a tap. And that subscribe button's waiting for your subscription, man, so go on and check this out, man. The fourth Thursday in November is coming up. And you know what that means. Source, what does that mean, Source?
Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, chicken, turkeys, rabbits, you name it!
Animals. You see what I'm saying? It's like Attack on Titan. They don't stand a chance. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Lil Baby has implicated YSL in snitching, man. You know what I mean? You know how it is in the culture. They can't stand no snitches and stuff like that. I mean, murder and promoting drug use and all that stuff. That's cool with drugs and murder, but not snitching. You know what I'm saying? Take a look at this clip real quick where Lil Baby is performing his song, and during the performance, when he's rapping about snitching, he holds up the sign. Take a look real quick. Yeah. He threw up the YSL sign when rapping about people snitching, man. You know what I'm saying? Look. You know how it is in the hood, man. They can't stand no snitches, man. Matter of fact, take a look at this video real quick of these two criminals. One of them just realized that his boy is a snitch, and you can see it in his eyes, man. Take a look at this joint real quick. I call this one Cold World Icy Stairs. Take a look.
Once again, do you both understand the charges being brought against you and your constitutional rights? Falk? Harvey?
Yes. And one more question. I'm the only one that got charged with narcotics?
Yes. All right, as to your bond's based upon your prior criminal history, facts presented today.
Hey, yo, he put all the drugs he put on his boy. You know what I'm saying? You see that? See, there's no honor among thieves, man. And could you really expect more from people that pump poison into the community, man? You see what I'm saying? Listen to these words. Listen to the words that I'm about to give you, okay? Guns, murder, drugs, gangs, theft, violence, honor. Which one does not belong? You see what I'm saying? You shouldn't be shocked when you're involved in crime and someone snitches, because that's part of it. You know what I mean? If you work outside of a high-rise building, right, the potential to fall is part of it. You know what I'm saying? You in a game with the knowledge of a potential loss. You know what I'm saying? That's what come with it. When you drive a car, you know you can get into an accident, so you get in the car. That's what come with it. You're like, well, I don't like the accident. Well, I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying that's part of the situation. But look, snitching. I almost say snitching seems to me a little bit more definite. Like it's almost positive you're gonna be snitched on, man. You know what I mean? So I don't even know why you would get involved in crime with other people, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, these people are greedy. They committing crime, so you think they're gonna actually put your well-being? Well, some people do. Some people do. But I mean, some people, damn, I guess some people are like, yeah, I'll do the 20 years for my boy. I guess it's a relatively honorable thing, because you're honorable to your partner by not exposing your partner's evil deeds, you know what I'm saying, that they committed. Whatever. Crime is bad in and of itself. So anything that happens in the midst of crime, I really don't care about the criminal at that point. You committing crime, so what? Now you going to jail. I don't really care at that point. You see what I'm saying? You committing crime, especially if you're committing crime against innocent people. You're like, well, what if you kill another gangbangers? I mean, violence begets violence, man. That's like the first rule. You don't know that? Violence begets violence. If you kill somebody, what do you think they're going to want to do? They're going to sit down? No, they're going to want to kill you back. You know what I'm saying? You kill somebody, they're going to want to kill you back. Anyway. Anyway, listen. Joe Smith's wife has been making the rounds. Not only did she post a joint of her argument, which makes a lot of people think that the whole thing is staged, but now she went on TMZ. She's been on Cameron's show. She's just been making the rounds, man. And every time she talks, it just looks worse and worse. You like, worse is not a word. I know, but I mean, you know what I mean. Listen, take a listen to what this woman is saying real quick concerning her body count being low. Take a look. Even though she was a porn star, take a look.
Body count seems to be
no, my body count is very low. Sorry. I don't consider, okay, my personal, I just talked to Joe about that about a little while ago when we were arguing. I was like, my personal body count is low. I don't consider work. It don't matter.
Oh. It's two different bodies, for one for Kiss.
No.
And the other
Keisha, me, the woman, you know what I'm saying? Like, her body count is low.
Okay, but the porn star.
You know, she's honest.
Okay. So,
you know, you cannot, like, that whole industry is a big mental thing, you know? And you have to separate yourself.
But like, but how does it, because we see you getting emotional about it, right? So how does it really make you feel? Are you upset that the bad people see, so you mind what people say?
I've honestly never given a, about what anyone says or thought. I would never have done that in the first place. You know, how it affected my relationship. I'm not mad about the pocket.
You see that, man? She says hopefully it plays. She says her personal body count is low, but her porn body count it's outside. You know what I'm saying? Look, she couldn't even bring herself to say the opposite of low, which is high. Just say it. My porn body count is high. Well, if you don't have a problem with it, why won't you just say it? She said my porn body count is outside. Bruh said the only problem with that is that it's two different names, but the same body. In other words, cut out the bullish, man. You know what I'm saying? She tried to redefine it like we was in middle school or something. You know what I mean? By saying, it's two personas. Then she says, look, the industry is a big mental thing. Yeah, we know. We see you doing the mental gymnastics right now. Then she says, you got to separate yourself from that. Then gets choked up and holds back tears because in her heart of hearts, she herself knows that is bullish. Sis, listen, you know what you're doing to yourself is not in your best interest. And that's why it pains you to even talk about it. You don't even want to say it. It's a shame that's associated with it. See, if you're not ashamed of certain things, you're just going to say it. You know what I mean? But like, come on, man. She's not fooling anybody with that. See, that joint might fly when you looking in the mirror and you saying it in the mirror and you saying it while you driving to work and whatnot. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Then you know what I mean? Because that's two different people and da-da-da-da-da. But then when you say it out loud to other human beings, we looking at you like, are you serious? Like, who is you? What? What are you talking about? Like, this is the real world. This is real life. If you catch a disease, right? It ain't the other persona that got it. You got it. You see what I'm saying, man? Oh no, that's just my work. Look, when I was cheating, I was just cheating at work. That's a completely different persona. That's not me. I didn't cheat. It's my persona at work. It's my work persona that cheated. Not the real me. Get the cuff up out of here with that bullshit. Are you kidding me? I mean, come on, man. Like, no, that's okay. You can make it fly if you want, but see, this is what I believe. Let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna make this as plain as day. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something, man. I honestly believe, and I don't care. Like, I honestly believe, like, I think in our country we're having a mental illness crisis. I think we're having a mental illness crisis. And here's the thing: I don't even think the mental illness crisis that we're experiencing comes from us being mentally ill biologically. I'm beginning to think the mental illness is taught. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's taught through social media. It's taught through this insane behavior. The mental illness is being taught and people are taking it in and then regurgitating it. You notice. You see what I'm saying? If someone told me, right, yo, man, you know what? I noticed something about myself. And I was like, what happened, bro? They're like, yo, man, I got two hands. A clock got two hands. I got a face. A clock got a face. I'm beginning to think that I'm a clock. And if a person started running around trying to convince you that their identity is that they're a clock, you'd be like, okay, this person is probably, and they really believed it. You know what I'm saying? So much so to the point that they started, like they started disfiguring themselves to make themselves look like a clock. You'd be like, okay, this person is mentally ill. You see what I'm saying, man? This is what's happening. Like, we're being taught mental illness at this point. This person has tried to make us believe that it's two different personas. There's a porn persona, and then there's the real persona. And I get that you have an actor, and then you have a real actor, like when a real actor goes on stage and really kills somebody, they don't, and then they can't come back and say, oh, well, that was my acting self, but not the real self. Look, your acting self and your real self are both going to jail. You see what I'm saying? Let me try to pull that one. Oh, no, that wasn't. I mean, think about that. What if the teacher molested your child? And the teacher molested your child, and then when oh no, that wasn't me that you approached at the doors of my house. That was my teacher persona. The nurse that poisons your loved one. Oh no, that wasn't me, not the person you're finding at the house. That was the nurse. But I'm not here at the house. I'm not the nurse at the house. Are you kidding me? Like, where does this fly? This is what I'm saying. Anybody that takes in that kind of ideology is like, you're being taught the mental illness. And if you believe it, it's a good way to excuse yourself. It's a lack of accountability. You see what I'm saying? Where we at over here? My bad. I didn't spend too much time on that. Listen. Listen. We covered the story yesterday on Fat Boy SSE and what went down with his wife, man. You know what I'm saying? It was saying that he assaulted her, stuff like that. He wanted his keys. She didn't want to give it back. He took her phone. She lunged for the phone. Damn near fought the man for the phone. She was like, you ain't leaving this room. You ain't leaving this nail salon without that. My bad, let's get it together. You ain't leaving this room with my phone in your hand. Are you kidding me? And she fought this man for it. He smashed the phone on the floor, and she walked off casually. Nothing wrong with it now. You see what I'm saying? Fat Boy SSE has sat down with DJ Akademiks to explain what went down with his wife. Because folks are saying, you know what I'm saying? They were saying that he assaulted her. So he's speaking on that, okay? Take a look real quick at what he had to say.
I rock in Jersey, and I'm gonna be here. Fat Boy, did not call you?
Yep, you called me.
I said, listen, I want to get a heads up that there's some shit circulating where people are trying to insinuate some things and put some propaganda.
They're trying to call me a woman abused.
You can speak
key. I wanted my key. I wanted the key that belongs to me. I did not hit this girl. I did not put my hand, nothing.
Like, so obviously there's some situation going on with you and I think your wife. Are you still married?
I mean, yeah.
Are y'all married?
We married, legally married.
So you emotional now?
I'm not emotional.
It's your wife.
Oh, I'm not emotional.
It's okay to be emotional.
Because I had.
That's your wife.
I've been through a lot of shit. I'm not. And vicious dog.
That is your wife, bro.
Yeah. He said, I'm not emotional. I'm a vicious dog. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look. And I think it was Wack 100 that was in the background. Like, yo, that's your wife, bro. It's okay to. See, there's. When it comes down to the people that you love, man, you may get emotional. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just human, man. Like, you could be whatever you are, but at the end, like, you're always going to be human, man. And this is not to say you'll never have emotions. We just cannot allow our emotions to completely take over and govern our actions. You see what I'm saying? Emotion might make you passionate. You know what I mean? It might make you're going to be angry, you're going to be upset. But then when you start operating off of emotions, you're making decisions based off of emotions. The more emotional you are, the less reasonable you're going to be. You know what I'm saying? So your reason kind of flies out the window when you become highly emotional. So that's why being highly emotional ain't good. A lot of people that are in prison are probably highly emotional. You see what I'm saying? Although, in this climate, in this day and age, when someone says, I'm going to call the police, you're going to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times when the police show up and it's black people, a black man knows when the police show up, it could be a life or death situation. It ain't like the police are gonna drill. Like, some police try to de-escalate, but some police, they shoot to kill. You see what I'm saying? And, you know, when the police when the police is even mentioned, that can make someone go emotional, because that's essentially like saying, oh, you gonna call somebody to come and kill me now? You know what I mean? Meanwhile, look, you looking at the video like, was that Martin Luther King in the corner? No, that was Troy Ave. Martin Luther King. Anyway, listen. Is it shout out time? Let me do my. Let me give you one more story real quick. D1 had a strong message about the hip hop legends that you know and love. Now, I don't know. In the comment section below, just to get some engagement, man. Now's the time, man. You can hit the like button, but name a hip hop legend in the comments below. I want to see who y'all consider to be a hip hop legend. Just name one. You know what I mean? Who you would classify as a hip hop legend? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, take a listen to what and don't just say they are a legend because they died. You know what I mean? My bad. Take a listen to what D1 had to say while you're typing that in. Take a listen.
So in hip hop, we always call people legends, but the problem with the word legend is we don't say what they are a legend at. You heard me? And the term legend implies that it deserves some type of honor or some type of respect or some type of flowers, right? But if we just finish that sentence and say these people are legends at what? If you're a legend at making kill your own people music or murder music, then let's name that. I bet you it's gonna sober the fans up real quick when you gotta finish that sentence. We saying this person is a legend at what? Making sell drugs to their own community music. This person is a legend at what? Making disrespect women music. This person is a legend at what? Just glorifying the power of what's between their legs. Like, when you look at it like that, it's kind of like, you know what? These people don't necessarily deserve flowers and just this respect and this honor. They might actually deserve some prayers. They might actually deserve some help. You know, they might actually deserve some therapy. It's just a different way to look at it, because that word legend by itself, isolated, just implies that somebody is just amazing. Now, talent is one thing, and somebody could be a legend at being lyrical or a legend at being an entrepreneur. But when we talk about the content of somebody's music and we calling them a legend, you a legend at what? Come again? You know, we just gotta sober up, you heard me, when we think about these quote-unquote rules that we have been conditioned to be following inside this culture of ours.
Yo, this ninja funny, man. Look, I 100% agree with this man. Yeah, I mean, he said they don't need flowers, they need prayer. Look, they deserve therapy. Sell drugs to your own community music, murder music, disrespect women music. Look, I want to hear the men come out now talking about the importance of accountability right now. You see what I'm saying? All that accountability, y'all always want to get on the women about, y'all don't take accountability, y'all don't take accountability. What about the disrespect women music and the murder music? Do you want to take accountability for that? Is that us? Are we destroying the community with a lot of that because we know our music is influential and it drives a lot of the culture? You see what I'm saying? Where y'all at right now with the importance of accountability? Or now they looking out the window? See, you can't even lie and say what the man is saying is wrong. The only way you can deny what that man is saying is if you an accountability dodging fucker. You see what I'm saying, man? A lot of the mainstream music that we hear, or at least what's popularized, is the exact things we know is catastrophic to our communities, man. You know what I'm saying? And I hate that I like it, man. I was like, man, I gotta go on a purge, man. I gotta find and D1 does do music. You see what I'm saying? I was like, man, let me listen to some D1 music, some Lecrae, anything other than this murder music that I've been bumping all the damn time. You know what I'm saying? So I be trying to like cleanse myself from that garbage, man. Try to see if you can cleanse yourself from that garbage music for a month. See the difference it might make in your life. You know what I'm saying? When you're not getting that negativity poured into you, man. Let's poison the community music. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let me do my shout outs real quick. We had a lot of good comments, man. Lately, we had a lot of good comments, man. One person, Sky Diamond, said, hey, Celeb, this is a never-ending argument. What's a never-ending argument? She said, as a black woman, when I say I want equality, I want to be equal to men when and where it counts. I want the respect, equal pay, equal jobs, and all of that. I'm sorry. I thought they got, most of the jobs. I thought women have more jobs than men. Or don't women have most of the jobs, and don't women have a higher pay than a majority of men in society? That's what I thought. You see what I'm saying? Don't be trying to take the mantle of, you know what I mean? Let me keep it going. My bad. I'm sorry. She said, I want the respect, equal pay, equal jobs, and all of that. However, I don't want to be treated like a man at all. Okay, I can get with that. Us women can most certainly do these jobs as equal to a man or better at times. 100% I agree. They want to pay us less, and that's not fair. I don't know. I think that's an old thing. I don't think that's still happening, Sky Diamond. I think you're holding on to an old narrative. Treat women fairly in all aspects and cut the BS about, oh, she's a woman. At the end of the day, these are the same men that come crying and begging to us women. Have a great weekend. You have a great weekend too. I don't know if I 100% agree, man. You know what I'm saying? This is like when y'all want to become football players and play with the men, that's where I draw the damn line. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't think you should be playing football with the fellas. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, for most jobs, I don't think they're restricting. Like, there are male teachers, there are female teachers. Like, that's like what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's an issue anymore. You know what I mean? Casual Conversation said, pause. The sound, the language is to men roommates arguing. Listen and learn. A man calling, he's talking about the SSE situation from yesterday. He said, a man calling a female bro, and he goes, boys, listen clearly. If a woman mentions police and jail for any reason, even as a joke, run. Yes. Men should run if women mention police and jail, right? And women should run when men talk about how they'll hit them or how they'll hurt them. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you start talking, like, those kind of verbal threats of violence, a woman should definitely run under those circumstances. Because that shouldn't be. You know what I mean? Like, we're trying to be fair over here. We're trying to be equal. You know what I'm saying? Sincerely said black women should be protected by black men, a fact that will forever go over everyone's head. Carry on. I agree with that. Black women should be protected by black men. I mean, who's like, you know what I'm saying? Women should be protected by men. Like, that should be automatic. And largely, the only thing that'll protect a woman, like, from man, is another man. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta remember that. KV Antonio said, why are you getting Latifah's opinion? She's a gay woman. Of course she's gonna go against a man. I'm like, yo, just because she's a gay woman don't mean her opinion don't matter. You know what I'm saying? A lot of gay people have excellent opinions. A lot of them speak facts. A lot of gay people, like, they have that's their sexual proclivity. That does not mean that, like, you know what I mean? Like, they're not valid for 50 million other things. You see what I'm saying? So we can't let what they do with their genitals, like, dictate the rest of their, I mean, we may super duper strongly disagree with what they're doing with their genitals. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say, but I mean, that's, you know, like, what you do in your bed is your situation, which is true, which means I don't really need to know about what the hell you're doing with your bed or your penis. So you should keep that, you know what I'm saying, in your bedroom. Instead, they say, what I do in my bed is my business, and then they pump it out on radio and video and television and social media, and then it's winding up in folks' thumbnails and feeds and stupidness like that. And lastly, Young Money said, this Ninja Energy be high the whole video, like he on an Addy or something. I thought the Addies made you calm down. And whatever the case may be, I'm high on Christ, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what get me going. You know what I'm saying? Emily, Anna, and Amanda, I'm gonna mention your comment tomorrow. And Doug of VA, man, we getting you tomorrow too. All right, because you know what I'm saying. But shout out to both of y'all. All right, listen, let's get right back to it. Wrap this bad boy up. Because how many seconds? It's 20 minutes, man. All right, listen. Where we at over here? All right, Soulja Boy. Listen, J. Cole had made a very interesting statement concerning Soulja Boy. You know what I'm saying? And take a listen to what J. Cole had to say. Take a listen. Hopefully it'll play. Take a listen. Made a very interesting statement. He said, he had to say to himself, he goes, what you're better off doing is looking at Soulja Boy, realizing that Soulja Boy is indeed talented. Even though Nas, Jay-Z, these lyricists are his favorites. He goes, you got to realize these dudes are talented and these dudes understand something that you don't. That's because their music was big. He said, I had to switch my mindset. I turned from being a hater as a youngin' to appreciate. What can I find that's amazing about Soulja Boy's music? What can I find that's good about this? It changed me as an artist. I became a better artist. It's not that I was trying to do anything that they was doing, but I just started loving what they were doing. He says, Soulja was on to something and he had to go back to the lab. You know what I'm saying? Look. Soulja Boy heard his name and he entered the chat. He said, hey, bro, don't speak on me, J. Cole. I'm not Lil Pump, Drake, or none of these rapper ninjas. On G. Close quote. Look, I can see Drake and Lil Pump like, Soulja, don't put me in the category like that. Like I'm insert your favorite rapper. You see what I'm saying? And then the whole situation just keeps going. Another rapper like, oh, don't put me in it. Hey, everybody hates getting straight bullets are the worst, ain't they? And finally, DJ Akademiks. All right, so he's been going back and forth with Saucy Santana. It's gotten real crazy because Whack 100 went and Whack 100 called someone, a gay dude, to come and fight Saucy Santana on behalf of Akademiks. Like it's the Game of Thrones or something. It's so wild, okay? Now, whatchamacallit, DJ Akademiks was criticized by Queen Latifah. He was criticized by Mysonne the General. Actually, Queen Latifah reposted what Mysonne said, okay? And Mysonne essentially said, you only got smoke for the women, but you don't be having a smoke for the men like that, okay? So DJ Akademiks has decided to clap back at Mysonne. Take a listen.
It's okay. Other niggas who I've done buried. Yo, Mysonne, what I gotta tell you and how much I gotta disrespect you for you to feel offended? When are you gonna stop typing? I told you to suck 15 dicks, 30 dicks. What's your problem? Oh no, we gotta Saucy Santana finally handle him for me. I've kept the same energy with you consistently, brother. Well, you a waste, man. I told you. Nigga like you, only thing left for you is to die.
All right, so that's what he had to say about Mysonne, and of course, we like to post what everybody's saying here, man. So Mysonne had a response. Take a listen real quick.
Fourth conversation about the words that Saucy Santana said about him knocking Akademiks out and then fucking them in the ass, whatever he said, and it was very much conflict. And what I want to first say that I do not condone sexual assault, rape, or anything. I do not condone it in any form. But there has to be a clear understanding of the individual that we're dealing with, right? When you listen to this right here, when you tell another man to suck a dick and suck your dick and all of that, where I'm from, that is grounds for death or murder. I don't know where y'all from, but I know people who have died over those words. I know people who have killed over those words. And had I not evolved into another place, the mind state that I would have, the level of disrespect, because that's pretty much sexual assault to a heterosexual man. When you invite him to your dick, you're sexually assaulting him. That's sexual harassment, right? Because at some point, you made a decision that this man is not even man enough for him to have a level of respect. You've invited him to your private parts, a man that is not a gay man. So when you see him on here crying about being canceled, I'm talking about shit that can get you canceled from life. And this is the constant way that he deals with men on this app. Now, we're not even talking about the way that he's disrespected women, the way that he's talked about women should get raped and fucked them and called women men. We're not even talking about that, right? So this is what the coward culture is. And the reason why I speak up on it, and people, I don't know why you keep, because he is, in my opinion, the architect of coward culture. The shit that he does and gives leeway to with no checks and balances creates a mindset on this app in which these young kids follow. And they say the most reckless shit, and they do the most reckless shit because a clown, cornball like him is utilizing this platform to say anything and is profitable and being embraced, right? So when we start embracing cowards and sucker shit, it becomes something that becomes trendy. And that's what happened. If you look at when shit started going downhill, when the rise of Akademiks to his rise after he talked about the shit in Chicago and these kids start killing and shooting each other, and he agitated it and he instigated it, and then he continued, then he went to the Bronx and did the same shit, and he took 6ix9ine, and you started seeing a rise in dumb shit in our communities because people felt like that's the trend. That's how you get seen, right? You say the most reckless shit and then they started dying over those words. They start getting shot in their face and shot in their head on live because they told people to suck their dick. Men were dying We trying to save lives. And this culture that y'all embracing is the reason why these kids is out here killing and dying. Even, oh, we can't blame Ak, you gotta blame the people. No, you gotta understand. Kids are impressionable. The internet dictates a lot of shit that goes on in these streets. When they see something being embraced by this internet, when they see behavior being embraced, and you see it being marketed and strategized, and people are using it to come up, right? Then they start to imitate that same behavior. So what I'm trying to say is, people like Akademiks are so detrimental to this culture because you don't pay them attention. Right? It's like cancer that just, you think, you don't realize just some shit in your elbow and you go like, this ain't right nothing there. And the next thing you know, you don't let it fester through your body. And then 5 or 6 years later, they said that you got cancer all in your body to your brain and you're about to die. That's what the type of shit that this man is. So when we sit up here and y'all advocate, oh, no straight man should be able to tell, no gay man should be able to tell a straight man what he's going to do, and I agree with you. Shouldn't be able to. But we got to look at the individual that he says it to. You got to look what that individual is saying daily. That man invited me to his dick. He don't even understand the ramifications of that statement. Right? He doesn't even understand. So you trying to get me canceled. You trying to trick me out of my life. Because I know in the rules from where I come from with that, but I've evolved past that. If I wasn't smart, I'm not going to get up here and cry. Like you said, you told me to suck 1,000 dicks. If I get up here and cry and say, yo, he trying to get me canceled, I'm out here trying to boycott black murder, I'm trying to do positive things, and this man is trying to bait me into do something to him that can ultimately jeopardize my life. We gotta understand where we are in this culture. And this is why I speak up against it. And people get, yo, I don't know why you talk to that news. Because y'all don't understand what's actually going on. This man is the architect of coward culture. And there's a bunch of them. If you go on the internet now, there's 1 million people doing what Akademiks does on a daily basis now. Because he made it cool. He made coward shit cool. He made you being able to sit on your computer and say and do the most foulest shit with no consequences cool. So now everybody sits in their living room and in their basement, and they get on here and they say shit about people, and they violate people, and they disrespect people, and they talk about women, and there's no checks and balances. But the whole world is in an uproar because Soulja Santana made a threat or said that he was going to do something physical to Akademiks when Akademiks says the worst shit ever to everybody. So what we have to do is we got to stop the culture, right? You got to stop you can't say this is wrong but this is right, or I don't really care about that. He can tell men to suck his dick that they're not homosexuals and don't engage in that activity, right? He can tell women that they're men. He can disrespect them all the time he wants to, but when you say something to him that might threat of some type of violence, in your opinion, because to me, when you tell me to suck my dick, that's violence to me. I see violence. And I know, like I said, I know people who have killed people over telling them to suck their dick. And I know people who have died for telling somebody to suck. So we have to be very aware of where we are, right? And we can't let people like bozo Akademiks continue to lead this culture in a spiral. Because that's what it is. Somebody's going to meet you with the same energy. So what I'm saying is, Akademiks is very dangerous to this culture. He has disrespected so many women in his culture. He has said shit to men that I know personally want to catch him and do something to him. They willing to throw it all. They willing to lose it all. They willing to lose their life because shit that he said on this internet. Tricking people out of their position, but he won't trick me out of my position. So I'm gonna constantly comment on shit because I'm gonna use the same platforms that he uses to spread dumb shit, to spread wisdom, to educate and tell people the sucker shit it is, and point out sucker shit every time it happens. So I know y'all gonna get all white every time that sucker shit start prevailing and the suckers have a loud voice. I'ma always come and speak real shit. So Akademiks, keep doing what you're doing, but just don't cry on the internet, King. Don't cry on the internet. You want to dish out negativity. You want to dish out all types of bullshit. So you got to be able to take that in. A lot of us are not going to let you trick us out of it. You're not going to trick me out of my spot. I'm going to keep saving these babies. I'm going in these schools. I got books, raising kings, teaching them about manhood. I'm outside taking guns out of kids' hands. I'm going to still fight for justice. I'm going to do the shit I've been doing. But I'm always going to speak up against bullshit. Every time. And what I would also say is the real ones, stop coming on this internet and utilizing your voice to combat another real dude against a sucker. Because the suckers don't do that. These suckers stick together on every platform. They piled up by the bunches. If you look, they got a couch. Whack and Akademiks, they got a couch full of bozos. They all together. They gonna sit there and they gonna talk about real dudes and they gonna link up. Why? That's what y'all should start doing. If you got a problem with something that somebody you know is authentic and come from the heart gotta do, DM them. Get on the phone and talk to them. Don't utilize your voice to combat another real dude. Nah, because some of us is really the only people out here fighting for our way of life. Some of us is the really ones speaking truth to power and trying to save these babies' lives. So don't lend your voice to sucker shit. You know? So Akademiks, continue with the energy that you put out, and you're gonna get that same energy back. Once again, I'm not for nobody getting raped. But at the end of the day, you can't be a person that says the most foulest shit to people every day and then sit on here and cry when you get the taste of your own medicine.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what they said, man. You know what I mean? Like, look. I mean, I think a lot of this could be avoided if folks just didn't speak super recklessly about each other. You see what I'm saying? But hey, look, man, a lot of people are coming out. They saying they don't like the way Akademiks be speaking. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I thought everybody's down for freedom of speech and stuff like that. But some people are like, yo, but and some people are coming to the women's defense. Like, yo, I'm coming to the women's defense. Because women are not the same like men. You can't just be talking to them any old kind of way. You know what I mean? And folks like DJ Vlad are saying, well, they come into the sphere, they get criticized too. Like, we ain't gonna just only speak positively about them. They want to be equal. It's a crazy conversation. The whole situation is super convoluted. You know what I mean? And as a result, I'm leaving the conversation right now. You see what I'm saying? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, man. What you think about all of this, man? You know what I mean? Can a person have two different personas, and one persona could be for the streets and the other one be in the house? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, man. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source, Celeb News.